I will ask you very few questions about your background.
Aka be nyinin kala nyinin kar dantala ite fango mumune itelom jumati ikomo pura isewolon ko itelom kariti.
We will talk a bit about your political affiliation and your political activities.
Mbe diamula ete ibe politiko fanna jumale la aning ikamenta mandi politiko la karola.
And we will also talk about the human rights violations that you suffered.
Adum mbe diamula fanang hadama ya nyanta tinyalu mennu ketela mbe diamula ulu fanan la kolale.
And then we will conclude with a few questions about the impact that this has had on you and your family.
Bitumbe kumobal na dame mafangola wo bata yemen taki wo kolea ay munesi itela baluo ma ila baluo kono aning ila dimbayalo ay mune la wolukan.
Can I proceed with my questions?
Ako woto fasi nyinin karo damutano bang.
Thank you very much. Can you please tell us your full name?
Ako ito fango fonyeng ito ni kontongo.
Ntongo Tata Kamara, Madam Ciseleti, Janjambure.
My name is Tata Kamara, Madam Cisse from Janjambure.
Chairperson UDP la mobilizer, women mobilizer.
I am the UDP women mobilizer.
CRD.
Of the CRD.
Can you tell us when you were born?
Afonyeng iwuluta sanjumale.
Mansa oron kat wotumon telba manuel otumo wote kere mbari sangita woron seo sile.
I do not know the year because our parents at that time, they would not have the recordings, but I can tell you that I am up to 60 years.
Can you tell us what your current profession is?
Afonyeng sayenteng nyintembeng eteka mun doku fason neke.
Sainte muka duko ke dal kat kabrim preso e mutani sembole ma e ko ngan hakilo tilo ani kima sainu nka seno le ke barsai muka duko ke no amunta na fonko nastale.
I am not doing any work today now. Since I had blood pressure, I was advised to stay away from sunshine and fire. So I am not doing anything at the moment.
You've told us currently you're the chairperson of the UDP, and the women's mobilizer within the Central River region. Is that correct?
Ako yenyum fanyanko itela musolla siran tioti janjambure tundo kan andung itela fana musolla kolu kumben nati wo tundo la fodum wala mto nyati bang.
Ha wala mto nyati.
Yes, that is the truth.
Prior to becoming a member of the UDP, were you a member of any other political party?
Ako janni be dun na UDP party okono. Fodum itata party dole kono mensike politique party oti.
PPP Women's Council.
I was at the PPP as Women's Council for 33 years.
Can you tell us how you moved from the PPP to the UDP? What led you to join the UDP?
Ako wota fonyeng muna keta bota PPP kana UDP aning meya sabu hanfo ye patiolu faling.
Kabrin jawra fonyondi kabri UDP patiolota. De kurosam na honorable kadi makati dun mimbiyan yaki alaji julaba saure e ko le transference ke UDP sirantioti.
When Jawara was retired, when and the UDP came into existence, they bought cola nuts, and the UDP members who were here brought it to our elder, our MP, Alaji Julaba, and they came and they asked me to join.
Do you recall when you joined the UDP?
Since the UDP was established.
And at that time, did you hold the same position that you hold now, which is women's counselor responsible for mobilizing women?
Ako biri dunta palaso membebul fahanim bi wala bebulu ba musolla ko kumben na be palaso men to saim fo ya da muta wala laba
ani otumo meta palaso tele natan ke nyondo faram palaso de UDP la chairman.
No, I was in another place position before I was given to the given this position.
Can you tell us what that position was?
Ibe palas jumale folo tunun janni yeke musol la ko kumbe nati janni be kala mobilisati.
Gebe chairman le sate chairman.
I was the village chairman.
Do you recall in 2001, meaning the year when the second presidential elections were held, do you recall what position you had at that time?
Ako foi hakilo ba kan 2001 sango kono wotumo president carte fayo binala foi hakilo ya mutale o tembo ibe mun wo palas kilingol do bang.
Mbe palas kilingol.
Yes, I was in the same position.
Which would be the village chairperson for the UDP, is that correct?
Ako wala mnyinti ko etelom sate wala sirantiyo tinu wotumo fodum wala beke ibe palasol tonu wotumo bang.
Mbe palasol wotumo.
Yes, I was in that position at that time.
And so you were representing the UDP in Janjanbureh, if I'm correct?
Ako woto etelebe lori nu UDP Janjanbureh sate ba kono fodum ibe abewo nyale ba.
Abewo nyama fana mbe lori wala to.
Yes, I was representing the UDP.
Did anything happen to you during that period as a result of your membership of the UDP?
Ako foku ketela le bang wotumola menseke nyintiko ila taro UDP wala ya sabu wo ko ketela foi hakilo ya male bang.
Anataro UDP wala o sabu.
Yes, my being in the UDP caused that.
Can you tell us what happened?
Afonye woto muneketela wairi ko UD ila taro UDP wala yo sabu muneketa nu.
I was in the rice field working, and one day, because farming is my occupation, that's what I used to sustain my family. At that time, my kids were small. I took to farming and sewing. And I taught my children all of that. The naming ceremony of one of my daughters was coming up. I used to go early to the rice farms in the morning at a place called Tubu. I said to myself, before the naming ceremony will come up, I will plant all of that rice field.
So one day I saw one of my children coming towards me in the rice field.
And she said to me, the police are asking for you to go to the house and answer them. I said to her, me? And she said yes. So I got up. I went back to the house. I found a policeman there. His name is Kemo. He said to me, Major Bojang said you should go and answer. I said to him, okay, go, I will be coming. He said to me, I have been instructed not to leave you behind. I said to him, but my whole body is with mud. How can I go like this without taking a bath? He said to me, well, I was instructed not to leave you behind. Then I said to him, well, sit down, wait for me, let me take a bath. So I washed my hands and my feet. I took one of my abaya shirt, dress, and put on it, and took my scarf, and I went along with him to the station.
If I may just interrupt you, Madam Kamara Sise.
Ako fo alafta ka kuntu inyato domandi Madam Kamara Sise.
I want to ask you a few questions before you tell us what happened when you left with the policeman.
Aka lafte nyinin kala kuma dantanna janning iba satala birinin poliso tata menketa ka be nyinin kala.
Poliso tata ko nyele ko ite da.
Hani akoy lama atele be nyinin kala sai.
Okay, ko problem tije.
You told us that at the time you were in your rice field.
Akoy nyina fonyen ko wutumo ibela farole kono.
Yes.
Do you recall if this incident occurred before or after the presidential elections in 2001?
Ako fo hakilo ya mutale ilana inoma faroko no wulung akitale jannim president carte fayo be kala bang
janni be kala
It was before the presidential elections.
And do you recall if it was the rainy season or the dry season?
Ako fay hakilo ya mutale fodung sama kono le motumo bang fodung tilikando kono le.
Sama kono.
It was during the rainy season.
And do you recall if it was at the beginning of the rainy season or towards the end?
Ako fay hakilo ya mutale sama damuta dulale mban sanji folo fodung sama bandula ma fangole.
Yani August kalo karo min kalo woro.
It was the month before August, around the 12th.
July 12th.
So July 12, 2001, correct?
Ako July karotil tanim fulo 2001 sango folemba.
Yes, that was the day they came to pick me up at the rice field.
You said it was a policeman called Kemo.
Ako yenyum foko e police o mentara be batukai ka fa ene Kemo.
His name is Kemo, yes.
Do you know if he has any other name apart from Kemo?
Ako foya lonne bang fa todo sutule bang wala kontong mumuneti Kemo kola.
No, I do not know whether he has another name or his surname, what his surname is, but I know that he is married to a native of Makati, but we all know him by Kemo.
And this police officer Kemo, was he based at the Janjangbure police station or was he based somewhere else?
Ako nyin Kemo meng ikala kumo foteng abedu kola nu wutumo Janjangbure police kordale to bang fodung abutanan bantalale kana Janjangbure.
Abe Janjangbure police station also.
He was at the Janjangbure police station.
You mentioned that the police officer Kemo came to summon you to go and answer Major Bojang. Who was Major Bojang at that time?
Ako enyum foko o police nata ay nyina foyen ko ete danku Major Bojang na. Ako tumo jumala Major Bojang ti.
Na commissioner telemo na commissioner ti Major Bojang.
He was our commissioner, Major Bojang.
So he was the commissioner of Janjangbure, correct?
Ako utumo wole dum Janjangbure commandant numbang folembang.
Ha wole Janjangbure commandant.
Yes, he was the commissioner for Janjangbure.
And as far as you know, did he have any other name apart from Major Bojang?
Ako itela londo to fay todo sutole bang ka commandi men na Major Bojang kola.
Ndama todo soto ala de ngam Major Bojang to ngawle lon kati ka kili wole wotumo. Kati wotumo nte bukata commandant kunda bare konte mo opposition leti.
I do not know him by any other name, or the only name I knew him by was Major Bojang, and that's the name that he was called by. At that time, I never go to the commissioner's residence because they said I was an opposition member.
So the police officer summoned you while you were working in your field and asked you to go with him to see Major Bojang. Tell us what happened after that.
Ako poliso nyinate no ma ako yete dankung woke moto. Ako bitung ye utumo bela faroto ibota je tata yata rasuo kono altata so kola muneketa.
Utumo kabira mfutata to na kulujiba yensamba Major Bojang inspector makati Janjangbure. Atam ayinta minata ta police jana Major Bojang commandant kunda.
When we arrived, they took me to the office of Major Bojang.
When I arrived, the policeman took me to somebody called Kulujiba, who took me to the commissioner's office at that time.
And did you say that Kulujiba was the inspector? An inspector at the time, or did I not understand that?
Ako wo Kulujiba me yafo wolem inspector tinung wotembo bam fodung aketanyadi.
Wole marta station atele inspector atele marta jela.
He was the inspector in charge of the station.
So can you tell us what happened?
Between silango be kola afonye mune keta bringal tata commandant kunda.
Abin tata commandant kunda.
When we got to the commissioner's office,
Major Bojang ko nyitelem tata kamarati bang.
Major
Bojang asked me if I was Tata Kamara. I said to him, yes, I am the one. He said to me, what surprises me about your issue? Each time I open any document at the commissioner's office here, I see your name, Tata Kamara, and this has been since the time of Jawara. Why is it that I don't usually see you coming here to follow Yaya Jammeh? Because all the statements in these documents are saying good things about you, your good works during the time of Jawara. But why is it that I do not always see you coming and following Yaya Jammeh? He asked me, what is your problem? I said to him, my problem, listen to me and I shall tell you. When Yaya Jammeh took over the country, he said that he did not want Jawara, especially the people that worked with him. And I have been a councillor of Jawara for 33 years. So where do you think I should position myself now in this situation? I said to him, this is the reason why I am not following Yaya Jammeh. So I sat down and I comported myself until UDP was established. They took colonels from Kombo here and it met me in Makati. And they said to me that they wanted me to become the UDP chairperson. I looked down and I looked up. I was not the only one in the community, but because of the honor they gave me, and I took that honor. So Major Bojan said to me, so can you not leave where you are and join the APRC? I said to him, I do not vomit and at the same time lick it. I am a true-born. People know that I'm a black person. So they will not come around and see me to be someone who is fair in complexion. It will be almost death for me. He begged me. He said to me, well, let me release you now because here the whole community is out here. They will now begin to say that here Major Bojang has arrested Tata. He said to me, but I will come to your house. I said to him, why will you come to my house? For what reason? He said to me, I'll come there just on humanity's purposes and for us to have a discussion. I said to him, well, if you're coming to my house on issues of APRC, you better not come. As for me, UDP, I said to him, even if I died, it is the UDP that is going to bury me. I said to him, do not come to my house. If it is the issues of the APRC that you want to talk about, don't come to my house. So he released me. He was the one that took me with his vehicle and drove me to my home. I was there up to 3 to 4 the 4th days.
Sorry to interrupt you, Madam Kamara Sise.
I
just want to make sure it's clear. So what you've told us is that a police officer came to summon you to go to the governor's office in order for him to ask you about politics.
Britate danku falang ifutata je inata ye diamundi kumo mena wala mnyinte ay diamundi politiko kunyal.
Another person who was present at that meeting was the inspector of the police station of Janjangbure, Mr. Kuli Jiba, is that correct?
Akofo police mo fanantarta wo diamudu lato memu inspector ti wo police kordato je ekafo me ye Kuli Jiba faketa wala nyama bang.
Kabra imfutandi atatatale.
When he took me to the commissioner's residence, he left back to the station.
And so when Major Bojang couldn't convince you to join the APRC, he released you because he thought that people would believe that you were arrested.
Akobiri Major Bojang diamute anataje ko ameyele mandino anate bula le pour yesay katu ayaje ko molu nata je wala ko ay bula yesay.
Yes, that was what happened.
So after this meeting, you went home?
Yes, I went back home.
And you were telling us that about 3 days later, something else happened. Please proceed.
The third day and the fourth day, the police came to pick me up again. The police that came to pick me up, I did not know the person's name because Kemo did not come. He was not on duty that day. They came to me and said, sit down. I sat down there for almost 1 hour. Then I saw a vehicle come and stop, and then people alighted, NIA. I had my child with me. The child was breastfeeding. That was my last born. So when I saw someone alight, I don't know the person's name. I do not also know if they are NIA. He got into Inspector Jiba's office. So I heard they were pushing and pulling, tussling. I heard him saying to these people, you have called me, but this one is having a baby who is suckling, and there is no law that says that you could arrest someone who was suckling a child. At that time, my baby was 1 year, 1 month old. So Mambure said to him, if you do not remove this woman out of this place, you will have a problem, because if you don't remove this woman from this community, UDP will always survive. Because she's a stalwart of the UDP and she has followers behind her, and whatever she says, people listen to her. But the one that came to pick me up said to them, but this one has a child with her. Ujiba took the child from me and they made the child to sit by the veranda. Omar Mambure tatana Marcedala. Omar Mambure tatana Marcedala. Na Marcedala. Went to the market, near the market. Yeah. Akomomo la momo dal tal bulu ya tatana nyin sato kono koten. Police fata tep. Omar Mambure told the crowd that whoever is related to this woman, go and bid farewell to her, because she will never return to this village again or this town again. So people converged at the station. They put me inside the vehicle. So when they put me inside the vehicle, other members of the UDP who were around called Usenu Dabo. They said to him, your chairperson is being brought over. The NIAs have come to collect her. When we got here, it was 3 p.m. I found people standing there. So they now dispersed all of those people, chased them away. So when I alighted, the NIA, I saw one elderly person there. I do not know him, but I heard him being called Baba. So they brought me down.
So, Madam Cisse, before we get to the point where the NIA transported you from Janjanbureh elsewhere, I want to ask you a few questions.
Ako Madam Tata, between Janning NIA Ulie Bondi Janjanbureh ke nati nang, alafte nyinin kala kumadanta na follow.
You told us that 3 days after the conversation at Major Bojang's office,
enyum fonyanko tilisaba ini Major Bojang na kacha kola til nani njangolong inate kam.
Another police officer who you don't know came to arrest you.
Police dole nate noma menni o police folota kilinti wole ye bondi ila suokono pro alieta.
You said this police officer took you to the Janjanbureh police station.
Iko nyim police o wole ye samba Janjanbureh police kordato.
At that stage, did the police officer tell you why he was arresting you?
Ako tembo police o menate kama ke samba foya fwenni ibe samba kandalilo men kamba.
Ima fwenye nyinyi nikalenga muneke kwenye nifutara station ibalo nale.
They did not tell me. I inquired from them, what have I done? And they said to me, when we get to the station, you will know.
Who did you go to the station with? You mentioned a 1-year-old baby, your baby. Did you go with anyone else apart from your baby?
Ako fe in mosotontale ni mentata nyola station to kato nyim foko. Sanji killing kari killing dindingo le bebulo kono utumo fo modo sotontale fanambang ini mentata nyola police station.
Mosotontale mi yembayndi ngoto ma yembayndi Silfo Suleiman Haidara yembayndi barbi wote balurin Silfo Haidara.
There was also another person, Silfo Suleiman Haidara, my elder brother. He came, he followed me, but he's late now.
And so you went to the Janjanbureh police station and you mentioned that you were left to sit there for 1 hour and then a car came with officials who you believe were from the National Intelligence Agency.
Akoye samba Janjanbureh police tumo mena ye sindi jela han fo montoro wati killing wo kola lo moto nata na molu jita kono andu ya mutako mu NIA la molleti.
Yes.
You mentioned an Omar Mambure.
Akoye Omar Mambure tofo.
Was he one of the people who came with the vehicle that you said had NIA officials?
Ako fate fanambe moto kilingole kono meye wo NIA do kulalu nati jebang.
Utumatele mu NIA ti Makati.
At the time, he was the NIA at Makati.
He's the person who sent my name to the NIA headquarters in Banjul, but he was stationed in Janjanbureh at that time.
So when you arrived at the station, you met him as well as Kuli Jiba, who was the station officer of Janjanbureh.
Ako biri ifuta biranata aliya nyotara Janjanbureh police station otoje. Yate nin Kuli Jiba lejo nyola bang station otoje.
Yate nin Kuli Jiba leje ani Musa Sise.
I saw him on Kuli Jiba and Musa Sise.
Musa Sise was a prison officer at the time.
And you said at that point it became clear that the reason for your arrest was they wanted to sideline you because you were the UDP chairperson. Is that correct?
Ako tembo yanyimuta kuniaje ilafite mutala ilafite jenkendira karala le katu yaje ko itemu UDP la mo bambandingule tije fodu abe unyale bang.
Ya ko ni muta ye hadi ko be lanka bebala UDP le ngata APRC ko neba.
Well, they thought that if they arrested me and made my life difficult for me, I would leave the UDP to join the APRC. But I said to them, never.
Do you recall which one of them said that you should be arrested because you're from the UDP?
Ako foi hakilo ya mutale bang jumale ko inyante mutalale katu itebe UDP.
Ate Omar le afa ko ni ma muta UDP te ni muta do UDP be ite APRC be sembo sotla bar ni ma muta UDP te sembo sotla ji. Ate Omar le.
It's the same Omar. He said to them, if I am not arrested, the UDP will not, the APRC will not be strong in the area. That if I was arrested, then the UDP will lose strength in the area. Because they wanted to make the whole of Makati APRC so that UDP will not exist in the community.
And that would be Omar Mambure, the NIA officer who was based in Janjanbureh. Is that correct?
Akodu men ketao kumo folati wolem Omar Mambureti.
Omar Mambureti.
Yes, he is the same Omar Mambure. He is the one who used to make my life difficult there.
And then you said Omar Mambure himself called the NIA headquarters in Banjul and then NIA officers came, and then you were transported away from Janjanbureh. Is that correct?
Akondu yenyum foko Omar Mambure wole kumakango kinang NIA la korda bato banjul wole ya sabu molu bota jang menu tata je pour kate muta kenati.
Yes, that was what happened, and they took away my child from me, who was suckling.
Who took away your child from you?
Akojumale dingo fango bondi bulo kono.
Ate Omar le asika ni kulujibe dinu bondi mbulu kulujiba le amutamburka dinu bondi mbulu yasindi perankan.
It was Omar and Kulujiba. They took the child away from me and made the child to sit at the veranda.
Would that be on the floor?
Akondu yasindi terolo to duma bang.
Yasindi police station na perangola kan.
They made the child to sit at the veranda of the police station.
You told us that the child was 1 month old at the time. Is that correct?
Ako yenyum fonyen ko dindingu nyimu asiobe utumo karikilin wangamira nyinatale sanji killing karikilin.
Sanji killing ko karikilin ko sanji killing karikilin.
The child was
1 year, 1 month old.
So they would have just put the child on the floor just like that.
Ako to ye dindingu sindi la perengo koto jele duma yo ya keke la wole nyama bang.
Ya keke la wole nyama ngoto ma kaba sikala ngoto ma fama nkendea.
That was what they did, and my elder brother wanted to pick up the child, but they would not allow him. I was terrified.
My elder brother wanted to pick up the child, but he was not well at that time. But he was so shocked how they treated the child that he fell down on the ground. He fainted.
Do you know what happened to your child after that?
Ako fena talo ne menkete la dindingu la ube ko labang.
Minketa na dindingola. Minketa?
What?
Manje moide.
Ako fo ina talo ne biriwo be botala mune nata ke idingo nyinna ye mem taybulu ka sindi pre on koto.
Min nata ke ndingo nata sasa bake Suleiman Haidara sirfo wol nata dina dino se gabulata ay abulandi benso kono en koto ma abulandi je atata suwo kono mo UDP be atata suwo kono.
My child ended up being terribly sick, and it was Sirif Suleiman Haidara who picked up my child later and took her to my house.
But this is information that you only found out later, is that correct?
Ako walem kutiba nata ko nyin akola lo mo alnata bo kala mabang fulung.
Nata
Kamna bo kala menketa fo akata wala nyama bangu. Wairi ye dindingu tale ye ko ya samba na ila bunguto.
Ya saindi na suwo kono nata to mo nata keke wol nyine ngo yalta keke o tabiti ko to. Itata NTC o to mo be janjambure ata sema haydala biye ngali keke olta ni ala yake nim fata fana mbadi usaju alkadi dindingola.
When they were going, I told Suleiman Haidara that go and take some milk from the shop and make sure that my child has something to eat. Even if I die, my people will take care of the child who they took away from me.
That must have been a very painful experience for you, ma'am.
Ako wonata woketa wonyanta kela kudimin dimbaleti ite fe.
Do you need a few minutes?
Ako foybe solala minute dantan na bang puriye iniji wala yeda hadumandi.
You told us that the reason for your arrest, the reason that they gave you, was because they wanted to take you out or get rid of you as the chairperson of UDP.
Ilemu to keta nyindalilo tiko. Ilafte bondi la UDP le yebo UDP pati okono fo wole mudalilo tibangi ye mutamenkang.
Wole mudalilo ko ngama UDP manyi ya UDP nyanta tala APRC le katete ye kumandan ko nakaito kadi wulindi jawra time e kante tole jende doku nyanta tala APRC manyanta tala UDP ngoy fo neba fanim fata.
Yes, that was the reason, because each time they opened the documents at the commissioner's residence, they used to see what my good deeds were during the time of the PPP. So they thought that I was going to join the APRC, but I said to them, never.
At that time, while you were still at the Janjanbureh police station, did they accuse you of anything else?
ako wato men ibe janjambure police korda to je fodu yetu mi kudo la le bang
do naman kay UDP la ko man tumi fefenna.
I was not accused of anything apart from just the affairs of the UDP.
So you told us that that same day you were taken away from Janjangbure police station by NIA officers. Where were you taken?
Akoy nyum foko wulung kilingolom ye bondi Janjangbure police station oto je ye fintindi je fo ye bondi je ke samba fo aketawule nyama bang.
Aketawule nyama dum kilingol ye bondi jam defo jan talan saba.
That was what happened. They brought me the same day, and when I got here, it was 3 o'clock.
Where did they take you?
Akoye samba minto le biral na tafali futata banju.
Yenati NIA le.
They took me to the NIA.
Would that be the NIA office in Banjul?
Ako walem NIA la office to membe Banjul sate ba kono ba.
La office ba membe Banjul sate kono ha.
Their main office in Banjul. Yes, that was where they took me to.
Can you tell us what happened when you arrived at the NIA headquarters in Banjul?
Ako bitong afonyeng briefata NIA la korda bato Banjul mune natake.
Kabiri fota NIA la korda bato kabiri yenjini mi samba yenjini aya sign atetata ako ila keba to mu baba ngamo ikafo baba ndema to le bari nkafa ikafo baba na ta fay ko nyinde nyoje no la bi fo sama talan saba wato la futara wato mina sama lo nabe nyojala.
When we arrived, the one who took me in signed, and so they handed me over to someone. I had him being called Baba, but Baba said that he could not see me immediately, and that I should wait until the following day, around about the same time that I have arrived today, that is 3 p.m.
Did you know who Baba was?
Ako foyalo ne jumalem wo baba tibang.
Malom bari ngame wole muy la kebati ngamo ele baba nte malon de ngamo re ka fo baba matolo ngamo ka fay baba.
I do not know him, but I heard him being called Baba, and I suppose he must be their head.
So what happened after he said he would not see you that day?
Birako ate jela wolum fa samo minena ta kebitung.
Bu new do le ye wole yele.
There was one little room which they opened. There was a small chair there. They said that I should sit down there, and then they locked the door. I sat there until the following day, 3 p.m. Even if I want to go to ease myself, there was no way I could ease myself. Even if I knocked the door, before they reach me, sometimes I would be about to pee on myself. So,
when that happened to me, because sometimes I used to release some water from myself, which makes my my dress wet. So if I reach the toilet after easing myself, I'll put some water on my clothes so that I can have the chance to pray, because I used to pray.
You told us that you had a 1-month-old baby at the time. Were you breastfeeding?
1 year 1 month. Akufo yenyum foko dindin ne be bulu mbensi obe sanji killing kare killing. Fo ba susundi kanne utumo bang.
Ba susundi kanne ha.
Yes, I was breastfeeding the child.
Ba susundi kanne.
I was breastfeeding the child.
Thank you for that clarification. So the child was 1 year 1 month at the time.
Ako avaraka purka woto sene andi so dindingu nyimbe nun sanji killing kare killing na utumo.
Ha.
Yes.
Can you tell us whether this affected you in any way, not being able to breastfeed your child?
Ako foisa fonyen wo anate batandi nyado nyamale bang wairi be dindigole susundi kan wotumo.
Ay batandi ka don sunjol be fatale ndil be kontinta fo be roke.
It disturbed me a lot because my breasts were filled until they were almost stony. I was not breastfeeding. So when it's time for me to breastfeed, I used to my breast used to spill milk. Even if I tried to hold, it never stopped.
We can take a 5-minute break if necessary. Would you like to have a short break, Madam Kamara Sise?
Madam Kamara Sise, fue bela flale da ha domandin ndoro.
Let me just complete this statement I was making.
Please continue. You were telling us about the impact that not being able to breastfeed your child had on you.
Continue ya fonye wairi meeting susundino we bata men sabu ma continue yo diamo to futan.
Nata fono be fono la je yembule na be fono kan nata bunda ma kam fono e patandi.
So I was there vomiting, I was vomiting a lot. So I came and I knocked on the door almost 3 times and I said to them, I'm dying. That was when they came and opened up the door. I was shaking and I was vomiting. I was shivering and vomiting. They said to me, are you sick? I said, I'm sick because I have a child that was separated from me and I don't know what is the reason. So they took me to their military hospital. At that time, there was no mobile phone. They were only handsets. So we went there and then they called this soldier, this doctor. It took a long time and they were talking. When they finished talking, he came and I saw him remove a syringe. That syringe, what I know it for was to inject donkeys. It's a big syringe. He said to me, raise up your dress, let me inject you because you are infected with malaria. I said to him, you want to inject me with this syringe? He said to me, I'm conscious, and I know that it's donkeys that they use this ring to inject them with. And I am not a donkey, I'm a human being. And I'm not going to be injected with this ring. He said to me, you are ill and I want to inject you and you are resisting being injected. I said to him, these people called you since 4. You think I did not hear them? It's like
that you called me to make my limbs paralyzed.
I said to them, I will not be injected with this. So now they removed tablets, 2 kinds of tablets. But there is one medicine which was very darkish. I said to them, no, I will not drink this one. I said to them, today, if I am to die, you will kill me, oh God. But I will not kill myself. So they brought paracetamol. I recognized that as paracetamol, and so I took only 1 tablet. I took that and drank it. And so the blackish medicine and the other one, I threw them away.
Why did you do that?
Sector boro la katu nene man bori figo nye momi yenye mfali pengo bonda kabe pengulala imanso hayo boro bonda duabe findi nene ma boroje nwole akina mami.
I was suspicious of this blackish medicine because first of someone who brought a syringe which is used for donkeys wants to inject you with that and you reject that, then he brings blackish medicine and wants you to drink. No, I said to myself I was not going to take that.
Do you remember how long you were detained before that incident where you were taken to the military hospital?
Ako foi hakilo ya mutale yo wuce jelle ke siwala je hanfo wato men ibe sam wo sojar loktaro bina pour keje.
Ngati li woro ki.
I spent 6 days there. That was when I fell ill and they took me to the hospital.
So after being detained for 6 days, you were taken to the hospital because of the impact that your detention conditions had on you.
Ako yeo tiliworo menkije o tumole minata sasa katu yeo taro menkije wole bataza ya sabu ani sasa ata
enke ay wole yake nan sasa katu yenke dami je susulabi je
Yes,
dabobi je
that is the reason.
jata kolobi je wol benkinna laranti je fe mantara je udeni ka kiri wole benna kala en fanna fano nimbata da siran kanna fano le firang nga fe ne ngalla semento kan wole nkurante.
Yes, that has been the reason, because where I was, there were mosquitoes, and I had to sit down, and when I am tired, it's my wrapper that I used to spread on the floor and lie down.
and apart from mosquitoes there were bed bugs and fleas which I saw inside the room and they were all biting me.
During those 6 days before you were taken to the military hospital, were you questioned by anyone?
Ako tilworo me yakje janning ibe sambalo loptano to fo mo do fanan soto tale mennata ke nyinin kabang
mo ma nyinin ka kabri yenkije ka yembula jele to.
Nobody questioned me. When I was put in that room, they just left me there.
On the first day when you arrived at the NIA office in Banjul, you saw a Baba who you believe was in charge at the NIA.
Ako lum folo me yafo ko futata je wutumolo yenyim moje ka fo me baba me marata jela fo wala
wolu no ngaje.
Yes, that was the day I saw him.
Apart from that first day, did you speak to him again?
Ako lum folo ko la fo nana ta diamu le kota ke bang
Nana de wo so mon tata lungu min na so mo talan saba.
Yes, the next day, 3 p.m.
Continue.
Ako isi continue.
Mbiye wo kabri saba lopitane bonna lopitane ko tay yen dundi kabri yen dundi je.
We were there, so when they brought me back from the hospital, they took me back and put me in.
If I can just take you back, you said that you saw Baba again on the second day, meaning the day after you were taken to the NIA office in Banjul.
Ako yenyim foko tilo fulanjam inata lumen asamo kota ke wulunno ye baba je janning biral futata banyunu janni bitalo bitalo.
Can you tell us about your interactions with Baba on that day, the NIA boss at the time?
Wotumo ate baba membije la miro to were ko ila miro to atelum NIA la nyaton ko tije ina la kulu keta nyaadi le dia mo la karola bam fo ko kundi men tambite na tema
na la ko keta dia mo la karola ko nyako mambure ko wete president le neng. We
spoke, and he said to me, Mambure said that you insulted the president, and that was recorded. I said to him, me? I asked them if they had any witness. He said to me, well, that is what he said, and we have it on record. Then I said to him, well, if you have it on record, then play it, let me hear it, and I'll own up to it if I am the one.
Record man soto akonye record man soto laftale ko pour que nati jang ni silandi ibe dami tema nyinya auto e ma nyinya UDP nyanda nyinya la TRRC le katu nyela doku buloje le nkaya le nato dalilu la lemboni wala le nato fujang bari nkale de sonoto dunia si farako fano neba ntita TRRC.
He said to me, there is no record. In fact, there is no record. We only wanted to bring you here and scare you so that you'll change your position. Where you are not looking nice there. You'll be better off in the APRC. And I said to him the same thing I told you at the station. Even if the world were to be torn apart as a rapper would, I will not change course.
And this was a conversation that you had with Baba, who you believe to be the NIA boss, and Omar Mambure, who was the NIA representative in Janjanbureh, or one of the NIA officers in Janjanbureh.
Ako bitun ko mem foten wala keta kuma kangolti inin NIA la nyaton ko mem fo nin Omar Mambure me yalon ko atelem NIA la muti membe nun Janjanbureh.
Ni baba le nyimfo nya ko nya kabiri ko ye record le nkai sang ala pule ngamoy.
Baba said this to me. When he said to me there was a record, I said to him, well, then play it. Let's hear it.
Can you describe Baba for us?
Ako foisi Baba kalango fono nyele bam.
Baba kesu tungule ma.
Baba is a short person.
Please continue. What was his complexion, for instance?
Ako continue ya fanyim abalo be nyadi le mo koyle mo finno
Amamfing amanko imampata balolo.
He is not is fair in complexion.
Do you recall any other anything else about him?
Ako foy hakilo si kudo mutale ka fa manko ya mamfing foy hakilo si kudo mutale bang ate baba danya to Kenya to isimen fono.
Ngai kes tonglo ay balusu do manni.
He's a
He's
a short man, and
his complexion, he's not quite fair, and he is not quite black too. He's in the middle.
I believe she said something about his size. Can you please ask? Sorry. Did you say something about his size, ma'am?
Ako foy kuma fole abalo la waro Kenya to wala balamesen non fo balavalem.
Abalo ama wara bakede abalo kuleta domandi.
He's not too fat, but he's a little bit stocky.
Does the name Baba Saho ring a bell to you?
Ako fo tome ba fala Baba Saho.
I don't know his surname. I only heard him being called Baba.
Thank you for that answer and that clarification. You told us that you were taken to the military hospital. Where was the military hospital located?
State House dala.
It's near the State House.
You said that after you were seen by the doctor, you were taken back to the NIA headquarters. Is that correct?
Ako enyum foko biring inin doctor nyoje foka pare ye murundi NIA law dinkira kilimole to kotake fo lemba.
So jar doctor o kabiri na nyoje ye murundi to kota ye mfindi bongo na ye ndundi yo bongo la kona kote.
Yes, after seeing that military doctor, they took me back and returned me back to where I was detained earlier on.
You told us that you were detained in a small room. Do you know where within the NIA premises that room was located?
Ako enyum foko ye dundi bundingo le kono ye sorondame foy hakilo samane wala isa fono nyene wo bundingo be NIA la wo dinkira minto ma fanne.
Inuta marakarola bundingo be woloto.
As you get in by the left-hand side, that's where the small room is.
Do you know if this was in another building, or was it just when you entered the premises?
Ako wo bundingo abe bunba dole kono bang fodum je mu bundingo aba fayene lo
linji. Abe bunba dole kono.
It is inside a bigger building.
Do you know if that place was known by any particular name?
Ako fo esinyim fana lombang wo dinkira fo tobe jelale ka kumandi to façon men.
No, I did not cast my mind to that.
While you were detained there, were there any prisoners in the cell that you were in?
Ako ila taro jele muto kono je fodum modolu fanal bi jele melnu muta ini melnu staranyo kanyi.
In that room that I was the only person there except with God.
For how long did they keep you detained at the NIA?
Yetili jelle mu meo beke NIA je briye samba je osilo.
Tilimuan anin sabanga ole kije sabanyelu ne yemfintinde konye sinin karotili muani nani ni ibebula mfana ko ni ala sonta.
I was there for 23 days, and then they said to me, next tomorrow, by the grace of God, we'll release you.
So, 6
o'clock so the following morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, they came and opened up the door.
I was released on the 24th day of my detention, and they told me, it was 6 o'clock in the morning, and they told me that tomorrow, now we are going to take you to Superbad.
During those 23 days, were you charged with any crime?
Ako tilimwani sabome yakije foye tumi kuja ukela lebang.
Iman tumi ko purka bo UDP dron kata TRRC ko e foneba.
I was not charged. The only reason was that so that I would leave the UDP and join the APRC, and I said to them never.
And you told us that this was before the elections. This was sometime in the month of July.
Yenyim fo nyenko nyinketa wato men wayatara quartier fayo manke folo aseke ko July karo konolem folemba.
Ayalo mankarol nangamol ni mo fin karol ngolo ba karo malo mankaro mo elesono.
Yes, but I'm not literate, so I cannot tell you exactly, but I can tell you that that was before the elections.
During that time, were you allowed any visitors? Did you, for instance, have access to a lawyer or to any member of your family?
Akoy law muto kono. Foy molu soto le menu kane kumpabo menbe ko ibadingulu wala foy si ibula inil lawyer e nyoje fodum mo man soto fereng men nate jije
ni nate buka song ye moyenje muka finti namanke otil woron tata lopitano ko muka finti be odulale to foni lafta tala jonkon kono ni fana jani mina nan sibunda fadi wo fadi iti nani mina tuman non ka jonkon kem fannan seta jiota nga ndafan ko.
They never allowed anyone to see me, even if they come, except on the 6th day when I fell ill and I went to the hospital. Apart from that, I'm always inside. And even when I want to come out, I will have to knock the door persistently before they come to open the door. And most times, I even pee on myself, and only to go to the bathroom and take water and rinse it.
I don't even get wind inside the room there.
So that's something I wanted to ask you about, the ventilation, as well as whether the room was lit. Were you able to see anything while you were inside that room?
Kala ftenyi nkala bolale numfang fodung fonyo dundula be o bungula le bang
fonyo dunda kili
bo fodung lampo fanam bijele bang
ngata di bolo kono.
There was only one little window where the air comes in, but the place was dark. It was not lit.
And you told us the only times that you were allowed out was on the occasions where they allowed you to use the restroom, as well as when you were taken to a military hospital during those 23 days.
Ako tilmuani saboko na nyemfoko. Itela finto kake nyineti ni lefta tala jonkongola. Aning lumme ye samba doctoro ya fo aketa wole nyama ba.
Aketa wole nyama.
Yes, that is what it is.
What about food? Did they provide you with food during that time?
Ako domoro lum foi ka domoro dilale wo wato bang.
Ibuka domoro lunkine domoro na ribaran sikatala ya bondi pirsine ya tenko enfar.
They never brought any food. There was only one day that they brought food, and I suspected the food was from the prison. So I said to them, no, I was okay.
Were you provided with anything, any kind of nourishment at all during those 23 days?
Ako tilimuani ni saboko no so fo balu ko keta nyadi le tili ila karola ni ye balu soto nyadi le.
Mambalu soto gawle fwe mambalu soto mbatata.
I had no feeding. I had no food. In fact, the day I was released, I wanted to speak and I got dizzy and I fell.
During that time, did you have were any of the NIA officers kind to you in any way?
Ako tilimuani saboko no NIA do kulal fo hani mo killing man soto je. Mensi bala faye ay kukendeke ye ay hinela fo soto ndele bang
amanke.
No, it never happened.
Kadun katara soro ni buwa kono. Bala fala moye ibe soro ni ibuka findi. Di mo meje ate bala fala no le kodi.
Because I was constantly locked up inside, and how would anyone show you pity when you are not seen? It's only when you are seen that someone can show you pity.
And you told us when you were released on the 24th day, you were so dizzy that you fainted.
Yenyi mfonye ko lumme yebula tilimwani nani njang somanda juno me yebula iko wulung bataya kenle ifintita yinyaaye mining iboita fa keta wala
nyaay wo ngaaje wo tilimwani nani somanda nga singul nyaas de.
On the morning of the 24th, I saw single Nyas.
But
there was a distance between the two of us. But when I saw him, I could recognize him as single Nyasi.
He took up a bucket and went to the standpipe to get some water.
He draped his towel around his neck. He was dressed in a t-shirt.
Kay single.
I said to him, single.
Ngaje kefula.
I saw two men.
Me nyaral jere.
I could not see their faces.
Ala kotonya.
God said, you speak the truth.
Bari maskole hana femfim lebela.
But they had hoods over their heads.
Inata single ta ya fadia tonto jang.
They came and they hit single on his neck.
Ya fadi pokito jolanda.
They hit him and the bucket fell. So they left me and they went to pick up a vehicle to take me. I saw him being taken to cell number 8.
Can you tell us who Shingle Nyasi was at that time?
UDP.
He was the leader of the UDP youth wing.
Were you surprised to see him there?
It was a surprise, yes, when they left and said they were going to pick up a vehicle to take me to Superbad. At that time, that was where the boss used to stop.
And when you saw him, this was within the NIA premises, is that correct?
It was inside the NIA premises. I was on the left-hand side, he was at the right, but we did not know of each other's existence until that morning when I was being released.
You told us that you were surprised to see him there. Didn't you know that he was at the NIA premises before you saw him?
I did not know. I did not know.
Are you aware, prior to that incident, were you aware that of his whereabouts? Were you aware of his whereabouts?
Janning wo iba jela wo dinkirato wolung fodun yalo ne utumo abenun damimbang
ani nene ma lon ko faya muta faya samba udlato nene ma lon fa.
I never had any idea that he was arrested and taken to that place.
So you saw him there, and after you spoke to him, you said 2 masked men then hit him on his hand and on his back. Can you tell us what they hit him with?
Ako ikobiri yaje tumumena kumandiro keta yaje mufula meni ye maskol dum ya lipa buloto aninga tongoto so isa fono nyi aketa nyadile wala fu ya lipa fennela bam fu ya lipa buloto
ya fadiala.
They hit him with their hands.
Can you tell us what happened after that?
Afonye wobe kola munena atake
ya sambale phone numbers mfana yok terbes fanga ya je abulani number 8 katu fani ya phone buka la fiola.
So they took him to number 8. I followed them and I sneaked behind them and I saw with my own eyes that he's been taken to number 8.
Ibe fefe mpola sisene ya wala kena yok ta phone terbes ta phone fanga je abulani number 8 selo kono.
Whatever you say, it must be something that is very clear to you. That was why I sneaked behind them and I watched until I saw that he was taken and locked into the cell number 8.
Can you tell us where cell number 8 was located within the NIA premises?
Ako cell number 8 ya dundi obumu menkono abe NIA law dinkira
NIA le quarters fanta bijele.
It is inside the NIA headquarters. It's there.
Can you tell us when you enter the NIA premises where you can find it? Was it on the right, on the left, or straight ahead?
Ako fo isa fono nyabe ena ewla korda minto mafane ni dunta ila suokono
ni dunta
bulubale mfomara fo ke nyatiling adinka
bulubalo e kata min number 1 number 2 number 3 number 4 number 5 6 7 8.
It's by the right hand side. You pass number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
You told us that during those 23 days, and you were released on the 24th day, you were not provided with anything in terms of nourishment, and in fact you fainted. Can you tell us what happened after that?
Ako yenyim foko nyilu mansom balu iman domori dila wotili muani sabo kono o ya sabu hanfo lumme yebula akendi nyaaye minim foy boyta mune natake
mboyta to mominda kabiri yen sama folo suba ba e gindi ye $200 bondi e ko nyela pason ko nyindu ko la pason ko malla falla ko dola e ko nyamarin telde ngete nati jam ite be paso sol nyaadi be sayla makati ko ko mitana patili da Useni Dabo abe paso di la na din sambala.
When they took me to Superbad, they gave me $200, and I asked them what was the money for. They said, this is your fare back to Janjambure. I said to them, I do not like you, I do not like your money. And they said to me, how would you be able to get back to Janjambure without fares? I said to them, I'm going to my party leader, Useni Dabo, to get fares back to Janjambure. They said to me, but we are the ones that brought you here, not Usenu. I said to them, well, but you brought me here because of Usenu's affairs. So therefore, I am going to Usenu. When I arrived, I knocked at the door, and the door was opened. My whole body was...
I was so sick that all over my body had pimples all over me, even in my mouth. There were pimples there. I was very, very sick when I arrived at Mr. Dabo's compound.
Can you tell us what happened when you arrived at Mr. Dabo's compound?
Afonye mune natake briefly ta Mr. Dabo la korda.
Abin fuda ya muso min kata aya mayindur kabira anja kumbota e jikanto bondi kayel hanin mbuka fenne mutano.
When I arrived,
dotol bonni kambalo be ku fo mbalo ke mom ko yembula ni moto ko samba Dr. Sisele clinic ye landije amura na do moro de danye ay asamba ni Dr. Sisele fane do moro de da ya dinna.
When Aja Mai saw me, she cried. Then that was the time when she brought in hot water. She bathed me and prepared food for me. Then immediately she took me to Dr. Sise's clinic. When I arrived at Dr. Sise's clinic too, he also treated me very nicely. He brought food for me and I was treated.
Dr. Sise nata pengu sabadina ay bur kesol dina ay bur yol dina ata bananul nati anim pomol pour ka don kanta don la ko nya don.
When Dr. Sise treated me, he gave me 3 injections. Then the food he prepared for me, I ate it, and then he went to buy some fruits for me, bananas, apples, and some other things so that I can have, so that I can eat those things.
I
spent 2 days and nights at Dr. Sise's clinic, and then I ended up pleading with them to release me. I said to them, I have kids in my home that are very young.
Do you recall where Dr. Sise's hospital was located? His clinic, sorry.
Ako foi hakilo sa muta Dr. Sise la lopitano be minte umafa ne wotumo
Kololi.
In Kololi.
So you said you spent 2 days there, you were given food, and presumably you started regaining your strength.
Ako bitu yafo ko yo tilflo men kije ye domoro dila wo wato lem sufolo boyta sayla nyama ay balol damuta ka bambambang
La pobotam balo bala ha.
That was when I started to regain my strength, yes.
And you said you decided that you had to go back to Janjanbureh because you had left very small children there.
Eko akoutu moleng yenyum foyen ko police bula yemuru Janjanbureh katu dingulu be doyaring yewolle tu ikoma.
Yes, that was what happened.
Dr. Sise samba suokono Useni Dabo ya pipeline Useni Ramoto fell.
Dr. Sise took me to Usenu's compound in Pipeline, and then Usenu fueled the vehicle, which now drove me to my home in Janjanbureh.
I just wanted to ask about the children that you left at home. You told us about your baby that was 1 year, 1 month old. What about the other children? Do you recall how old they were at the time?
Ako yenyum foko ibita tumo be sambala tumo men na yedindingul tu suokono be men susundi kamfango tumo be sanji killing kar killing so dindindolu menu bije o isafo no nyebangul ye sanji jelle soto
le do e sanji tanin nan do sanji tanin woro do sanji tanin fula do sanji tan
One was 14 years old, the other was 16, the other was 12, one was 10. There was also another one who was 18 years old.
You said Dr. Cisse drove you to Mr. Dabo's house. At that point, did you tell either of them about Mr. Shingle Nyasi?
Ako ko Dr. Cisse ye samba ayesa indikata Mr. Dabo la kordatu. Ako bari akata Cisse Dr. Cisse tibang akata Mr. Dabo tibang foi Shingle Nyasi la kuma fo yenne bang.
Ntelenga fo useni ngai nga single je otumo jahalte ka fata ngai single man fade. Ngai bi ngaje karotili mwani nani lume yembula somanda. Itata moto kama janami na ngaje NIA office akahabiti kula pakito sika inata ya fadi ya bula number 8 selo kono. I
personally gave that information to Usainu Dabo. I told him that I saw Single Nyasi because at the time they were thinking that he was dead. I said to them, no, I saw him as he was going to fetch water with a bucket.
So prior to you providing that information to Mr. Usainu Dabo, Mr. Shingle's whereabouts were unknown.
Ako jani bo kibaro fola Mr. Dabo amunta akitale ko molu malo nung Single Nyasi bedame.
Ya nyini nakatitara ye nyini nkai koitel mamuta.
They looked out for him and they went to inquire, but each time they were told that he was not in their possession.
So after you provided this information to Mr. Dabo, did you eventually go home to Janjanbureh?
Ako biring yenying kibaro di Mr. Dabo la ulbe kola utumolo inata say Janjanbureh bang?
Kabringa di Mr. Dabo utumo nata say Janjanbureh. Mr. Dabo tate kafa dula mi citizen radio to atateji adiamuta.
It was
ko na single be NIA office. Na chairman be Janjanbureh. Wole yaje. Karotil mo ni nani ayaka fofo aka ayaje subala kabe jobila. NIA kefulanda ye NIA masko ya lapi abe number 8 selo kono du nanyin chairman anene manfani afonye abukasila anene manfani afonye anene mandani awasata.
It was after I gave this information to Usainu Dabo that he went to Citizen FM and made this pronouncement that Single Nyasi is in the custody of the NIA because my chairperson from Janjanbureh has made that revelation to me, and this is a person who is trustworthy, who never lies, and she is reliable.
You told us that these events occurred prior to the elections in 2001.
Yenyim fonyen ko nyimbe keta wato men yatara 2001 carte fayo bakan nam president carte fayo bara manke folo utumo folemba
keta wole nyama.
Yes.
After the elections in 2001, were you in any way targeted as a result of your UDP affiliation?
Ako birin carte fayo nata ke fatambita 2001 sankono fo be kola inata kudo inate normale kunyasila do nyama bang mense ke kudoti itella taro itella bulo itenoma.
Birin carte fayo kede be le jubile sono folo no korda ya be le janjang.
After the elections, when they were jubilating, they came and dismantled all of my house. At the front of my house, the fence, at that time I used corrugated iron sheets to make the fence. They came there and they dismantled all of it. They mangled all the corrugates. They were throwing stones into the compound.
Who did this?
Akojumanyo leo baro.
Omar Mambure na la mol APRC ko Omar kata minyato Omar Mambure.
Omar Mambure and his APRC supporters, and he's usually the one that leads them.
So after the elections, they were jubilating and they came to your home and destroyed your home. Is that correct?
Ako carte fayo kola ni sewo nata etel ni o kontano tumole nata boy la korda kan kajetinya ko ya foten nyamin folembang.
Yes, that was what happened, and they also took all of my children and locked them up in a cell. Those that were small were put on detention. They were there with them for 3 days. When I want to go there, people will advise me and tell me not to because that I was the one that they are actually looking for. I said to them, I cannot sit down because my family, my children are with them.
They kept
them there for 3 days. Some were inside the cell, others were on detention. And then they released them. That was what happened.
You told us that your children were all under the age of 18 from what you've testified.
Amunta ila kumakangulu kuno yafo idingulu menu bije otumo kabo sanji tanin sai kana we dumala idingul la wulu sangbe woltonu otumo.
And in fact, you told us the age range was between 8 years old and 16, if I'm not mistaken.
Yenyum foko idingulu ila wulu sango kabo sanji sailon kata sanji tanin seo kanko yafu nyami.
Mwime sanji tanin sai wole nunduku wala nunjana agri.
Yes.
The one
that was 18 years old was working with agriculture, but then they said, let's hack him. Because if his mother does not have someone to buy rice for her, perhaps she will have a rethink and change her course. He came to the house crying, and I asked him what happened. He said, they have driven me. They said, if you did not leave the the UDP, I will not work in the government. And I said to him, well, I'm farming, and I will use that to feed you. I said to them, your sustenance is in the hands of God.
So I just want to focus on your children, the ones who were taken away and detained at the police station for 3 days.
Akwala after kumofola ila dindungul la koto ye menu samba police station onto fotili saba ibije.
Anindoma ibije.
Plus they also took away my younger brother.
And this was in relation to Omar Mambure and APRC supporters coming and destroying your home.
Akonyindum be muate okukulingolte ate Omar Mambure menka
APRC.
Okay, it was Omar Mambure and Kulujiba who were all staunch supporters of the APRC who were responsible.
So they're the people who arrested your children.
Akofo mo kilingole la dindingulu mutaba.
Itelle na dindingulu muta. Ye bute mulimenta ye bute sidisana ya bute.
Yes, they were the ones that took away my children. In fact, those that were a little bit matured were beaten, and they had their necks were gagged.
Sidisane, the little one who was the one who was elder than the others was severely beaten. They in fact tried to strangle him.
Where was he beaten?
Akoye lipamintole.
Police station ye lapijele. They were beaten at the police station. So much so that when Sidi came out, his neck was swollen. He could not eat. So I used to prepare ogi for him and give him to eat.
And you told us that the people who were responsible were Omar Mambure, who was an NIA officer at Janjang Bure, and Kuli Jiba, who was the inspector of the police station at Janjang Bure, as well as Musa Sise. Is that correct?
Akoye nyum foko Omar Mambure, memu NIA, and Kuli Jiba, memu nyaton koti police station to jani Musa Sise. Nyilom ko nyaton kolti ba menyo tajire yake.
Nyilom nyaton kolti, nyille katambi, Omar katambi le ni ila jubileson tantao nyaton ni futana bako alijentinya.
These are the people. Omar Mambure used to lead them as they drum around, and when they get to a spot, he will tell them destroy it, and Usenu Dabo will come and repair it.
Do you know what position Musa Sise had at that time?
Akofayalo ne Musa Sise be palasi jumal tunu wotumo.
Prison officer.
Musa was a prison officer.
After your children were released and you discovered that one of them had been beaten while in police custody, did you have any other interactions with any of these individuals? I'm referring to Omar Mambure, I'm referring to Musa Sise, and I'm referring to Kuli Jiba.
Ako biri dingulu muta ye kilimbute kono inate bula. Fodung wokola ninyi molu nata kusoto nyote male bang membe ko Omar Mambure Kulujiba ani Musa Sise.
Kulujiba nyolo ani Kulujiba woni Musa Sise ulbe banta Omar le baluring na buka diamu bari election do nata koteng yenna korda tinya mamuta bari yenna korda kote ya be janjane election fula ya janjane koteng.
After that, right now, Kulu is already deceased and Musa Sise is also deceased, but Omar Mambure is still alive. And apart from the 2001 election, the following elections, he did the same thing, leading a group to my compound to come and destroy things in my compound. They did it more than one occasion.
What about recently? Have you been in contact with Omar Mambure?
Ako ñin labang la fo dung Omar Mambure na kajele wala fo kursita mbial tema
nkaje kuma nama son tous ndena man dunate ma ay konne ro UDP la kola karfula ko man to ko tam pang UDP TRRC be la tamola lan tombo la risoto makati wolum fana Omar yen kuma nin toni konton la kan nen nga rekotle rekoto bembul.
We have nothing, no enmity between us, apart from the disagreement on party lines. In fact, 2 months ago, the APRC had a rally in Janjambure, and Omar Mambure called me by my name, and he insulted me, and I have that on record.
Can you tell us what he said, as far as you know?
Ako foy sa fonye bang ay nendro mem foy itela moyroto ay mun nendir façon
ay nendro mem fonye ako tu moy ñil tataje TRRC mol tataje.
The insult he said to me, he said that time when the TRRC people went there, I went there and I made my complaint about what happened to me in the hands of the APRC people. He said that day I went there to tell lies, that I am a liar, that I want the TRRC to give me money. But he was not afraid that wherever I wish, let me take him to. That record is with me.
Do you have any fears or concerns with regard to Omar Mambure or any of the people who came to your home?
Ako fahanim bi ye be silaring Omar Mambure la kola le bang wala APRC kado wala modo me ya lonko isi be silaring ko fo isi ku no kanole wala kukela.
Mese o kadu Omar kera tale atone kabula nova.
I am afraid. I'm afraid of Omar because he's the only one who used to come after me and he could kill me. Here I am. Before I did not know high blood, but now when I'm having high blood attacks, I cannot do anything. And all of this is because of the heartache that I have experienced.
And in fact, you provided that recording of Omar Mambure saying those things to the investigators this morning. Is that correct?
Akondung iwo Omar Mambure wala kuma kangulu menu ya record ibebulu ya itandi la kisikisir la le biso manda fo lem to nyati ba.
Nga itandi ala wala to nyati janno kala folon tata police le makati Janjambure.
Yes, I showed them this morning, and before that I had even gone to the police at Janjambure. I gave the report there and they told me to go to the chief. I went to the chief. He asked me who was my witness. I said to him my son was there standing. But he said to me, but you know, in the side of the law, they may say that is your child. He said to me, go and bring proper evidence. But one of the children there, my nephews there was there who recorded. And that record I have.
5 o'clock.
By 5 o'clock, I returned back to the chief. I said to him, you are the chief. You are our chief. I do not want to bypass you, but what Umar has done to me, I want you to listen to it. So the chief played it and listened to it. He said, Omar's issues are difficult.
Ako nyanga moyle dami dawda diate Omar Sambaji kata boyte kande nte musefoti bar nte ka mol sambe ya yela kordati nya Omar kata mi mol nyato e kata la kordati nya Omar nyata fatalite makam sanyi mwani fula Omar bete noma.
He said to me, I am the chief, but wherever you want to take Omar to, take him. I am the chief, but I do not go and destroy other people's compounds. It is always Omar who leads people to go and destroy other people's properties. He should leave you, he should have left you for the past 22 years.
Madam Camara Cisse, I note the time, so I just wanted to ask you one last question.
Madam Camara Cisse, nga wato jubele bari bitung lafte nyinin kala nyinin kar kilin na kotake.
You've told us about what happened to you in 2001.
Ya fonyen kolu men ketela 2001 sangokono.
Your arrest and detention at the NIA premises for about 24 days.
Ye muta ye sindi NIA la kordato kata fo tilimuan ni sabatu limuan ni nani njango ye bula.
You've told us the impact that this has had on you in relation to your own health.
Ya ya fonyen nye batando menkela hanfo ifonga jata kende ya nasita kono.
How you had to leave your children, including a 1-year, 1-month-old baby.
Ila dimbaya lutukoma wolukono idingma bije me yalon kabe sanji killing karkilling.
You also told us that your 18-year-old son was dismissed.
Yenyum fanam fanyenko idingo membe do kola seno bundala be sanji tandin say yo fanam bay ala do kola
from government service.
Ya bay man sakunda do koto.
All of this is in relation to the fact that you are UDP chairperson in Janjanbureh.
Akunyim bebe dendin ko mena wolem ka foko itolo UDP siranti oti Janjanbureh.
Is there any other impact that this has had on you and your family?
Akufo bata do bijele wala kudo bijele woye men site may nila dimbaya lu Janjanbureh je.
Apart from what I've just mentioned now.
Mem manke kuma kangol tinga men no foten saing.
I have seen difficulty, all kinds of difficulty imaginable they have inflicted on me.
Can you briefly tell us about that?
Foisa fono nye domandindrong yebata façon lumenu taki wokono de ungo nyakando ise femfono nye jeleba.
Ndi femfono ale jelebo. Katuma ma ibe mutale ibe yurndale ibe sambale ibe mabola. Ibe sila je bata lete domorkela. I can
tell you, to be arrested and taken and put in one place where you are not able to eat, you cannot drink, and your children are also taken away, that alone is enough trouble. They'll be destroying my property, my children are little, and things became very difficult for me.
Thank you very much for appearing before the Commission and testifying. I have concluded my questions. I will hand over to Mr. Chairman if there are additional questions from the Commissioners. Thank you.
Inumbara bake, Madam, ya kata inumbara ye CDRO menke Commission nyati lingula ntela nyininkaro banta janne sa imbela ko sa indila Commission la alfalu bulu bitu ne nyinink folbe nyininkar sutula be nyininkala men.
Thank you very much, Council, and thank you very much, indeed, Mrs. Camara Cisse, for your testimony. I'm sorry that... sorry.
Chairman ko numbara bake Madam Camara Cisse pour ye CDRO menke commission nyati lingula jang abe jaila abe numbara la ila wakilo ni CDRO kang.
I'm sorry that you had to endure such inhumane treatment in the hands of the NIA.
Ako se haketu nying keta balafati puru ya nying tajire ya jawo mentaki NIA ulubulu.
I have just one quick question.
Akai nyinin kar tarin killing soto abe nyinin kalamen.
When your children were detained for 3 days, I believe you said, was the school that they were going to aware of their detention? If they were, what did they do?
ako ye la dindingulu muta tilisaba be police ako sila be karan kan karambungu mento fodum wo karambu fo ye kukele akoto bang wato me dindingulu muta woto
iman ko ke ibuka hani Omar nya APRC ibuka hani nya ibuka taje fam dinul buka karam.
They did nothing. In fact, they were always scared of Omar, so they are afraid of the APRC, and so they did nothing.
But were they informed? Was the school informed that your children had been detained?
ako fo karambu ni ya fenne ko yela dindingulu mutale be police ol bulu
sila mano fo ya fo tele de bari yaron di be di nomi karane kan ni ma jele class kono e nyanda nyini kala
I cannot tell whether they knew, but I am assuming that if you are teaching children and you don't see them, then the onus is on you to inquire about them.
Thank you very much, Commissioners. If you have any questions.
Madam Kamara Sise, akoy numbara silang abe commissioner lubulala nimme nyinin kar soto isafoye.
Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Bishop Odiko, omu commissionality wala kane nyinin ka.
Thank you, Chairman.
Akoy numbara chairman.
Madam Tata Kamara Sise.
Ako Madam Tata Kamara Sise.
Your 1 year, 1 month old baby
akoy la sanji kilin kar kilin dindingo
was breastfeeding
abe susu kanne wotumo
when you were detained at the NIA.
Wato me ye muta ye samba NIA ke sindije.
After your release, was he able to continue the breastfeeding, or was the breastfeeding automatically terminated?
Ako fobiri saita dindingo nata continue susu la le bang fodum wala ketala susu dangoti.
Wala ketala susu dan na ko ne susu dron atebete lala.
That was
the
when the breastfeeding of the child was terminated, because if I wanted to continue, it would not be good for the child's health. So I began to buy supplements to feed him.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Carr.
Commissioner Carr,
thank you, Mr. Chairman. Since you,
Mr. Chairman.
It's a follow. My question is a follow-up to Bishop's question.
Since
you had to win him early, did that affect his health in any way?
That affected his health because later on he used to suffer from epileptic attacks.
Thank you. The second question is also a follow-up to Council's question, because he asked you the impact of your victimization on your family. I want to know if your victimization also affected the followers of your party, since that was the reason for the victimization in the first place.
Ako numbara ala nyinin karo hanim bi tentendri lamlong ako bitu ila umuto fudung ay mantora do sabu male bankatu wairi ay sabu ite male wala ila molu inol anim pati onolan kolu katu muto dalilo be mu waleti faye ku sabu way male bang
ay ku sabu male katu afere nga kurang soto.
Yes, it affected me because now I have a sickness.
Nini yelo yema kampatanti back.
When I have these attacks of high blood, it used to disturb me a lot. And usually it's when I recall the ordeal that I suffered in the hands of these people that I suffer these attacks of high blood.
Thank you, but what I was looking for was, like, you were arrested because you were a community leader. I want to know if, aside from you, whether your victimization affected other people who were also part of, I mean, your followers, for instance.
Ako ha tonya abadame nyinin kan wala nyindi wairi temu jama nyato nkoleti wotumo ila omuto ke bondi wolu nyato fo fana kusi wo molu male men ya lonko ite be wala nyato non wotumo
ay ka dol bi je kawul fana mutale ke samba di ke detain.
Yes, there were also others that were arrested and taken and detained. And some of those did not live long. They ended up dying.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Kako, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Samba, you have the floor.
Commissioner Samba wala kane nyininka sai.
Tata, lafte nyininkala kuma kilimni.
I want to ask you one question.
Wato men na be NIA ko yitiri mwani nani lekije.
Saba nani njangla yembula.
Nani njangla yebula.
When you were at the NIA, you said you spent 23 days and you were released on the 24th.
Yaro ko ibukata jonkonto ni ye komandi ibukasonne dankula foni jonkonto taye mutai ko bita jonkonto.
You said you never were allowed to go to the restroom. When you called them, they normally don't answer to you.
Sai wo konola foite ma foye ko ntenga tili dantangol menke jambuka domoro keba.
At that time, did you not tell them that I'm here for several days and I had nothing to eat? I told them, that was when they went to the prisons and brought this food. But the food that they brought from the prisons, I did not eat that one.
Okay. The
second question I want to ask you.
For denika killing complete killing me na tata ini wo complete killing lo fotili morning sabanani njango be funtila watu.
Was the dress that you went to prison with the same that you had for the entire 23 days until you were released on the 24th?
Niyo denika killing lo foi embula lum handi nga bunda fa di laftale jonkonto janni mina jonkon ka monna tumando asikanamma ni tara pompoto don tara jonkonto tara pompoto sinna fano ku.
It was the same dress that I had. Each time I knocked the door and they took too long to come. Sometimes I even pee on myself. And then when I go to the tap, I'll take water and rinse that wrapper. And it's the same wrapper that I use to spread to perform my prayers.
Thank you very much.
Truly sorry about this, Mrs. Kamara Sise. Do you, Commissioner Imam C?
Imam C, wala kane nyininka?
Madam Cissé li ma la bëgg a laaj mooy sa jafe-jafe yi nga amoon yow ak sa doom yi naka sa jëkkër itam naka la meloon ci loolu.
Madam Cissé, Imam C ka be nyininka la yenyin kole ya membe taki inila dimbayalu ikema wo ala ku atata nyadile
ikema yalo namandra nyoka nte bari nkiyo banta tamadula na korda je nkema be same karanta ba bari ayentetu wo korda le kono anata kabila nata kalodi mbala kuola.
I was living in the compound at Janjambure, but my husband used to stay at Same Karantaba, where my brother was living. And after the demise of my brother, that's where my husband used to be.
Thank you very much, Imam C.
Chairman Kwenumbara Imam C.
Mrs. Kamara Sise, you have any concluding remarks to make?
Ako Mrs. Kamara Sise silang wairi le nyinin karo banda foi kuma soto le bela fila mem fola ke ngani yo yitandi mola ani be mulu yamar la menna.
Do kuma soto mem fola.
Yes, I have something to tell the people.
Mom we dem in do situ no to do yele fore yakanta.
Wherever one is, just be fair and honest and stay wherever you are.
Atu usendabo duni bang sare bente no talandila.
Because only death can part me with Usainu Dabo.
Na dindi wul bebe siring imandu ko soto na dindi kilin wol be do ko la enie say wala ka mano sanye do mandi be ofana hajoti nyande janjambure office de janjambure iko bara ba mamu UDP la barumaldi say alimato ni elesono ketamba ba jani elesono nga ferul kata nga transfer kombo birkama.
Only one of my children are working at the NEA, but all the rest are sitting down without employment. Because all that is because they want to fight me to let me stay in poverty. But when I discovered that even that boy working at the NEA, they wanted to terminate his services, I did something and I tried to transfer him. Now he's working at Brikama. He has gone to school, he saw a list with these people and his name was in that list, the people who they wanted to dismiss from their jobs. So when he informed me, that's the time when I made plans for him to be transferred to Brikama. I'm appealing All my children are sitting down apart from that one person who is feeding us. I'm now appealing because personally, me, I cannot do anything now because of my sickness. I am half a human being now. I'm appealing for help.
Ni ndefana nyanta di wodi niw la nyanta dundande koto bar niw e mano sanya niw mano banta fodi mfo nga say muka senoke nka isolate da nga wa fa niw baba use frigo ko niw banta da mi nga mano sanya ngada paso bondije bara job atafanna jobe duwa solla fay bu ngujo ko di
because even that one child walking, he's alone, he's the only one walking in the family, and what he provides us will not be able to feed all of us for the whole month. So what I do is I sell baobab juice plus ice so that when his money is exhausted, the little I have collected, I will also use that for the feeding. Up to this minute, all my children are sitting down without a job.
Thank you again, Mrs. Kamara Sise.
Chairman Kokoteke Inimbara, Mrs. Kamara Sise.
And for your appeal for some attention. Thank you again so much. Council, we have arrangements for the next witness. We will take a break and come back to that. But if you can give me some guidance on what the plan is for the rest of the day.
We still have 2 witnesses, Mr. Chairman. Therefore, we can take the normal break, perhaps half an hour, and then start with the next witness, and then start with the other witness after the lunch break. So we're in your hands as to when exactly we come back.
Splendid. So we will take a 30-minute break. We come back at 12:20. If there isn't any further question, the meeting is adjourned. And Mrs. Kamara Sise, thank you again so much for your testimony. Meeting is adjourned.
Chairman